Hello everyone, welcome back to Bioventure, the Great Excel Academy, your trusted space for mastering GATE life sciences with clarity and confidence. In this video, we will break down the life sciences electives of GATE Excel, that section Q, covering subjects like biochemistry, botany, zoology, microbiology, and food technology. So let's start. So firstly, biochemistry. So in this, the first section is section 1, in which we have to study organization of life, importance of water, then structure and function of biomolecules like amino acids, carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, nucleic acids, then protein structure, folding or misfolding of and function, then myoglobin, hemoglobin, lysozyme, ribonuclease A, carboxypeptidase and chymotrypsin. Then in section 2 we have to study the enzyme kinetics, regulation and inhibition, vitamins and coenzymes, bioenergetics and metabolism, generation and utilization of ATP, metabolic pathway and their regulation, in which we have to study the glycolysis TCA cycle, pentose phosphate pathway, oxidative phosphorylation, gluconeogenesis, glycogen, fatty acid metabolism, metabolism of nitrogen containing compounds, in which we have to discuss the nitrogen fixation, amino acids, nucleotides. Then we have to study the photosynthesis and Calvin cycle. Moving to the section 3, which involves the biochemical separation techniques, which is a part of methods in biology. So, it is a part of methods in biology, in which we have to study ion exchange, size exclusion and affinity chromatography, then centrifugation, characterization of biomolecules by electrophoresis, then DNA protein and protein-protein interactions, UV visible and fluorescence spectroscopy, then mass spectroscopy. Moving to the section 4, which involves the cell biology, in which we have to study the cell structure and organelles, biological membranes, action potential, transport across membrane, membrane assembly and protein targeting, signal transduction, receptor ligand interaction, hormone and neurotransmitters. Then moving to the section 5, which is a part of a molecular biology, in which we have to study the DNA replication, transcription and translation, DNA damage and repair, biochemical regulation of gene expression, then recombinant DNA technology and its application, PCR, site-directed mutagenesis, DNA microarray, next generation sequencing and gene silencing and editing. Then section 6, which involves the immune system, in which we have to study the innate and adaptive immunity, then cell of the immune system, active and passive immunity, complement system, then antibody structure, function and diversity, then B cell and T cell receptors, B cell and T cell activation, major histocompatibility complex, then immunological techniques, in which we have to study the immunodiffusion, immunoelectrophoresis, RIA and ELISA methods, then flow cytometry, then monoclonal antibodies and their application. So now moving to the section 7th. This is all about the biochemistry unit of the, we can say, this is all about the biochemistry subject of the GATE Excel examination. So here we have discussed the syllabus of the biochemistry section. Now we are going to move towards the botany syllabus of the GATE Excel examination. So in this, the first section is the plant systematics, in which we have to study the botanical nomenclature, history of plant taxonomy, then diversity and classification of plants, then APG system of plant classification, phylogenetics and cladistic methods, then molecular taxonomy and DNA barcoding. After that, we have to study the Center for Plant Taxonomy and Herbaria in India. Okay, so moving to the section second, which is the plant anatomy. Okay, then in this we have to study the anatomy of root, stem and leaves, floral organs, embryo and young seedlings, then primary and secondary meristem, stellar organization, vascular system and their ontogeny, then xylem and phloem structure, secondary growth in plants and wood anatomy. After that we have to study the plant cell structure, differences from animal cells. Then moving to the section 3, which is the plant development, in which we have to study the cell and tissue morphogenesis, in which life cycle of an angiosperm, development of male and female gametophyte, then cell-fate determination and tissue patterning, spacing mechanism in trichomes and stomata, embryogenesis, organization and function of shoot and root apical meristem, transition to flowering, photoperiodism and vernalization, then ABC model of floral or organ patterning, pollen germination, double fertilization, seed development, xylem and phloem, cell differentiation, photomorphogenesis, phytochrome, cryptochromes and phototropins. Then we have to study the role of auxin, cytokinin, gibberellin, brassinosteroids like hormones of plant development. Then we are moving towards the section 4, which is the plant physiology and biochemistry. So I am not going to read this all. So there is one request to you all, that please download the GATE Excel syllabus and please read each unit's syllabus in detail. So see, in plant physiology and biochemistry section of the what we are discussing, the botany. Yes, so in the botany subject, so section 4 is plant physiology and biochemistry, in which we have to study this all content. Okay, then moving to the next section, which is the genetics and genomics, which is the section 5. So in this we have to study the cell cycle, cell division, etc. Okay, I can say that it is a cell bio plus molecular bio mixed content. Okay, so next, the plant breeding and genetic modification and genome editing, which is a section 6. So in this we have to study this content. Then moving to the section 7, which is the economic and applied botany. So in this we have to study the generalized account of economical and medicinal important plants, etc. Then the section 8, which is the plant pathology, in which we have to discuss about some of the viruses and infectious agents which cause infection in the plant, and how they are detected, like molecular detection of pathogens, plant microbes, interactions like symbionts, mycorrhiza, then pathogen and phase, signaling pathways, etc. Then this section 9, which is the last section of the botany subject, in which we have to study the ecology and environment, in which this is the syllabus of this section, in which we have to study the types, dynamics, degradation, biochemical, biogeochemical cycles, then ecological succession, food webs, energy flow, flora endemism, etc. Okay, so read this in detail after downloading the GATE Excel syllabus. So this is now moving to the microbiology section, having a code XLS. So in this, okay, wait. So, okay, so in the microbiology, just a minute. Okay, so here the section 1 is the historical perspective. Then the section 2 is the methods in microbiology. Section 3 is the microbial taxonomy and diversity. Section 4 is the prokaryotic cells, cell structure and function. Okay. Section 5 is the microbial growth. Section 6 is the control of microorganisms, in which we have to study the disinfection and sterilization. Then section 7 is a microbial metabolism. Then section 8 is a microbial diseases and host pathogen interactions. Okay. The section 9 is the chemotherapy and antibiotics. Then section 10 is a microbial genetics. Section 11 is a microbial ecology section. Ecology. Okay. So now next, this is a zoology section. Okay. So in this is having a code XLT, which is a zoology. Then section 1 is animal diversity, section 2 is the evolution, section 3 is the genetics, then section 4 is the biochemistry and molecular biology, section 5 is the cell biology, section 6 is the gene expression in eukaryotes, section 7 is the animal anatomy and physiology, section 8 is the parasitology and immunology, section 9 is the developmental biology, and section 10 is the ecology, and the last section of the zoology subject is the animal behavior, which we have to study for the GATE examination. Then the last elective subject is a food technology. Okay, so in this, the first section is the food chemistry and nutrition. Then section 2nd is the food microbiology. Section 3rd is the food products technology. Section 4 is the food engineering. So here the GATE Excel syllabus ended. One more thing that I have covered, the GATE Excel chemistry syllabus video. One more thing that I have discussed the GATE Excel chemistry syllabus in another video, so please check it out. And one more thing, this is the compulsory subject for all Excel candidate, the general aptitude, which is the paper 1 or section 1 general aptitude. Then second is the chemistry, and third is the elective papers. So elective papers are thus we have discussed now. Okay, and one thing is that this general aptitude and chemistry is compulsory for all Excel candidate. And the elective papers, so from here we have discussed the elective papers, which includes the biochemistry, then botany, zoology, microbiology, and food technology. So these are the elective subjects. Okay, so these are the elective subjects from which we have to attempt any two from the elective. Okay, so In the paper, you have to attempt any two from these five, hence they are named as a elective subjects for GATE Excel examination. You can choose any of the five. Many candidates choose biochem plus zoology, then botany plus zoology, or microbiology plus zoology, or any other combination of your desired choice. So that was all about the GATE Excel syllabus of the elective subject. Thank you for listening quietly.